I'm Marianne Borg, wife of Marcus Borg. Marcus, as many of you know, was beloved. He still is. An historian, a theologian, an author and teacher of clarity, wisdom, power, and light, a lover of Jesus, and an evangelist for the heart of Christianity. His death, January 21st, 2015, has left us with an immeasurable loss. Or shall I say, an urgent invitation to take seriously our own call to be ambassadors and embodiments of the heart of Christianity. It is my privilege and honor to be part of this conference in honor of Mark. I regret I'm unable to be with you, but I'm most grateful to Adrian for this opportunity to help introduce Diana Butler Bass. Diana and Marcus shared a passion for the heart of Christianity. They both addressed the church, breathing life into its structures and self-understanding, each in their own way, providing a way of return for many, a return to a life of faith and to being able to meet Jesus again. Marcus and Diana were colleagues. They were friends. Marcus was an admirer of Diana's work and cheered her on. He recognized the importance of her voice for the living of our days, and he would have loved her latest book, Grounded, Finding God in the World, a Spiritual Revolution. Yes, a spiritual revolution is underway. We are all part of it. And Diana is helping us to see what is at stake and what is at stake in relocating God. In doing so, we are also relocating ourselves. I want you to know that Diana was a great presence and comfort to me when Marcus died. She wrote the prayers for Marcus's memorial, threading convictions Marcus held dear in a litany of hope and consolation. Her prayers were for the people. They were prayers for me as well. She gave us the gift of love and care and language, which she is known for. Toward the end of the first week after Marcus's death, Diana called and she said, "Marianne, I had a dream last night, a dream about Marcus. It was so real. I didn't realize that it was only a dream until I woke up. I was walking along a road and someone was walking beside me. I didn't recognize him until he spoke my name." My dears, does this story sound familiar? Biblical even? My mind went to Emmaus and to Mary in the garden. Anyway, Diana said, "He spoke my name." And in that moment I realized it was Marcus. And then he told me that he loved me. I was touched, happy for her, and said so. "Wonderful, Diana. I am so happy for you." I hadn't heard a damn thing from him. But after a moment's pause, a thought came to me. He's still on the road. He is still on the road. And in that I took some solace. Diana and Marcus were colleagues and friends, and yes, he loved her. And now she knows it for sure if she didn't know it before. Marcus would have joined the conversations that arise as she helps us find God in the world. Diana's newest book is important and timely. And I want to draw attention to a quote in the introduction. For me, this quote frames the significance of her contribution. Diana quotes David Buchdahl, an anthropologist and sociologist. I'd not heard of him. Buchdahl writes, "A change in the conception of God is a cultural event of some magnitude, especially because the character of a culture is heavily influenced by the notion of God that predominates within it." I'm going to repeat that. A change in the conception of God is a cultural event of some magnitude. Let me say, Diana is helping us reconceive, reimagine our notions of God. And continues Buchdahl, the character of a culture is heavily influenced by the notion of God that predominates within it. I think this is a really important insight. The character of a culture is heavily influenced by the notion of God that predominates within it. Whether we are struggling with our faith or the new atheism, with the God we believe in or don't believe in, I agree with Buckdahl. Culture tends to mirror what we take to be real and possible, what we think matters and doesn't. Our conception of God affects how we see ourselves, what we think of one another, how we choose to experience that within which we live and move and have our being. I suggest the spiritual revolution Diana describes is a change in our conception of God. No longer anthropomorphic or androcentric, up there, out there, a finger-shaking taskmaster who knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. No. God is that within which we live and move and have our being. And this reality animates us, lights us from within. If we truly open to this power, and yes, presence, let it embrace us, it will change the way we live in the world. And this is good news. But it is not new news. It is ancient wisdom. And there is urgency to recover this wisdom and live it. Incarnation is at the heart of the Christian message. To truly, fully live the wonder, privilege, opportunity of this one wild and precious life, as poet Mary Oliver calls it, is to know God. God is with us and in us, here, now. Diana's book is a clarion call, or to change the metaphor, a lens through which we can see ourselves and God in the light of this new day. Diana has been known for her insights and counsel about what it means to be church. Some have called her the church lady. I would say Diana is more accurately Lady Wisdom. On this eve of Pentecost, as we seek clarity and blessing, unity, common purpose, and a hope we can live for, Diana's presence among you is a gift of the Spirit herself. May her words light a fire in your hearts that will burn brightly and never be consumed. Be lit from within, a light for the world. Here, God will be found. Marcus used to say, at the heart of everything is a reality that is in love with us. At the heart of it all is love. In these challenging and difficult times, when we long for a better world and carry sorrow over its current suffering, let us remember Marcus's conviction that at the heart of everything is a reality that is in love with us. This conviction also grounds Diana. It is the foundation for her work and ours. To close, words of encouragement amidst our often dark and uncertain times. Excerpts from a poem written by St. John of the Cross, and then a benediction Marcus often used, and I can tell you, lived by. From John of the Cross. That eternal spring is hidden, but I know well where it has its rise, although it is night. I do not know its origin, nor has it one, but I know that every origin has come from it. although it is night. I know that nothing else is so beautiful, and that the heavens and the earth drink there, although it is night. Its clarity is never darkened, and I know that every light has come from it, although it is night. I know well the spring that flows from this spring is mighty in compass and power, although it is night. This eternal spring is hidden in this living bread for our sake, although it is night. This living spring that I long for, I see in this bread of life, although it is night. And from Marcus, life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel the way with us. Oh, be swift to love. Make haste to be kind.